Hi, welcome to Versus, where we watch 2 TV shows so you don't have to. Today we have...
Versus!
Okay, so Cardcaptors.
Cardcaptors.
We've got Sakura, she's a girl, she's clumsy, she eats food too quickly.
She's clumsy but very, very good at everything else.
Yes,
as well.
and she's super popular, which isn't what we're used to in these shows.
You don't
normally.
Used to that. You kind of want it to be like, oh, maybe I could be the card captor, and I'm just a lonely, sad girl, but I'll never be the card captor. No, it's only going to be the fucking most popular
it's only
girl.
going to be Sakura. Yeah, so she basically sticks about, she does, what is it, battoning? What's
it's cheerleading. It's cheerleading.
What's that thing called?
It's a baton.
Baton, it's battoning. She does battoning at school.
I don't know if that's what they call it.
That's what it's called. And then she goes home, and she's in love with this guy who's like 40.
Yeah.
Her mum died of a big hair tumour. And she lives with her dad and brother, who are both like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
And she's just like some tiny
She
little
is a
woman.
really tiny little woman. We think that maybe the mother never really existed. And the dads have actually just been raising them because
I think it's just a two-dad thing.
It's just a two-dad thing.
I thought her brother was a dad when it started.
Yeah, exactly. It's like she's just a family friend that loved the couple so much that she was like, you know what, I'll let you have a baby with me. Yeah. They never saw her again. She just came around some weeks and said, and they're like, yeah, that's your mum, and they just didn't really explain it. And then after she died, they just completely wiped all evidence of her.
Yeah, did a lot of photoshopping.
And then she just was like, you're my brother, right? And then the guy was like, oh, this is awkward.
Yes.
Yeah.
So her brother's friend Yukido, she's madly in love with. He's sort of this grey-haired old man who has the voice of Ash Ketchum.
Yeah.
And she's just madly into him. And he throws her sweets as she goes to primary school. I think he's, 17 and she's about 10 or 11.
But he's definitely gone out of his way to get those sweets and put them in his pocket for her.
Because he does it on the back so the brother doesn't see. He's like, here you go, shock.
We'll go away now.
Yeah, so it's just
meet me after class.
Yeah, it's just a typical school day. Sakura's just great at everything. Yeah, everyone loves her. She's pretty much perfect. Her life's going great. And then she goes home and hears this like disgusting, weird noise, and it went a bit sinister. And I thought, if you watch any of the other shows, I thought it was Sharon Apple. Like it was like this gelatinous, it's like
creature.
Like, it's just weird noise.
Bred in the basement.
Yeah, and then they go downstairs and they've got this fucking huge library in this time. I don't understand.
Yeah. Well, he's an architect.
He's an architect. He's a professor archaeologist, man.
Yeah, he's definitely not an architect. Anyway, so they've got a bunch of old books, and one of them calls to her.
Clo.
The Clo. The book, The Clo, which we were like, wait,
Brandon Lee was in that, wasn't he?
We must be reading that wrong. Yeah, it must be the Crow or the Clo.
Or the Glow or something. It was fucking glowing.
She opens this thing, she reads out the windy card, and then everything blows away.
And that's basically
all the
sets
cards
up the whole thing.
The whole series. I mean, it looks like about 300 cards just fly away.
And they shoot through the ceiling somehow like lasers.
Cards. Yeah, well, I mean, that makes sense, kind of, because they're magical cards. But then they'll go off, and it's like... But it feels like only one of them... Then 5 seconds later, after she meets the little Pikachu kind of thing.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's called.
No, I don't remember
Pikachu with wings.
Pikachu with wings and a like angel tail or like a lion's tail. So he explains that he's the guardian of them or whatever. Yeah. And then he basically sets her out to go and catch this like sort of Voltrezy looking Articuno.
Yeah.
Which is one of these...
a fucking blimp. Just like... flying down the road.
But she handles it like a pro, even knowing nothing about what the fuck's happening.
Just do the thing.
Yeah.
Both of these shows are very similar where they're familiar. Just goes, just do that thing I taught you 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, just do that thing. Like I didn't even explain it. It's literally like you described it as throwing a car keys at someone who's never driven before.
You're in the Grand Prix.
Drive.
Just do it. Do the gears. She's like, oh, I can't do this. And then she's on a rollerblade doing fucking X Games, going to the side of this thing, landing... avataring on top of this bird and then just flying off into the sky. Oh, I'm a bit nervous.
And then doing all this like choreographed dance moves that she'd never fucking practiced before. How did she know to touch the thing with the thing?
Yeah, well, I just remember basically that's kind of the show.
Yeah.
But the thing I forgot that I was really annoyed about throughout, and it sort of taps into both of these, is all her room had loads of card captor related like looking shit.
Yeah, and you said this about the Sailor Moon one as well.
Yes, where it's like, oh, I love cards. Well, no, they weren't like cards, but it's all like moons and stars that just seem to fit in the exact like aesthetics of the costume.
I think it's so they can sell.
Well, it will be, but and also she kept having flashbacks of a dream. Yeah. Like she's like, oh, that was a weird dream.
Isn't it weird that like in Pokemon when they have like a Nintendo game system there, it's the same sort of thing. It's like having.
Pikachu existed, and then having like a pillow that was in the shape of Pikachu, and you're like, well, I don't get it. Like, it just annoyed me.
It made more sense for Sailor Moon in my mind.
Yeah, well, I think that was more like implanted in the universe, and also it was all. To be honest, we've watched loads of these animes where it's all a bit creepy when you're watching it, and sometimes they always throw in. It was like quite well. Obviously, it's for little kids. It's like for
definitely for little
primary
kids.
School. Well, it's like for the girl. It says primary school girl, and you're like, well, this is pretty. No horrible crotch shots, no awkwardness, apart from the weird older man thing. That's a bit.
I think that's just fine.
I think that's
so, you have a little crush or whatever.
Yeah.
I had a crush on older people.
Yeah. But it wasn't like grey-haired men.
No. I don't think he's a grey-haired man. I mean,
he has literally,
grey hair.
and he's a man. And
but everyone has grey hair. They have to change it up. Like in these things, they have to mix it up, or else everyone would just have black hair.
Anyway, what I was going to say was, I was like, I'd seen a little bit of this like years back when it was on English TV, and I was like, I'm sure there's a weird like costume bit at the end, and then the show finishes, and it cuts to the little mouse
weird
guy,
costume bit,
and it's just going, here's her costume, and it just like pans round the costume a lot. It's like, here's a little skirt, don't you like it? Then it goes, oh, by the way, there's a boy's costume.
Yeah.
It just goes, it's like, because they're like obviously properly drawn and like all that. It just flashes like this black and white picture of a boy.
Concept art, not even
it's just
that.
like, there's a boy's on. Anyway, see you next week, Sailor Moon. And it's like,
it was the quickest thing in the world.
It was just a bit,
I'm
sure it's not meant to be, sorry, it's not Sailor Moon. But it was just a bit like, wait, what?
That was Cardcaptors.
Just do the thing.
Yeah, just do the thing. Shinji, get in the fucking robot.
It was literally that.
So now we're on Sailor Moon.
Similar.
Evil Queen Beryl. Evil Queen Beryl has taken over the moon, the colony that exists.
Well, she basically destroys the moon, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, she destroys it. Well, she destroys the colony on the moon, because we can see the moon now. And she and luckily, the princess of the moon sends down a cat advisors. And thousands of years later, they found who they need to find.
But everyone's off in bubbles at the start. Are they like their souls or something? Or their memories or something?
I think they're like the people... Sorry, they're like the Sailor Moon, but then they inhabit the different people's personas.
Their memories, yes. It was something like, it was their memories.
So it's like all the memories have been lost, but it's like their personas. But it said thousands of years ago, so she'd been like a little kid for thousands of years.
I think maybe it was just looking for the right person. Maybe the cat, I don't
or maybe
know.
like each year,
like Link.
Like Link, it just appears, but you've managed to find it because she didn't realise there was fucking 8 billion people in the world right now. We get to meet a couple of her weird friends, which I thought was the best part of this entire experience.
The accents were very...
Which was the creepy spiralized guy who just seemed like he had some sort of thing. Who was like, it was just fucking weird.
I didn't even study and I got like 95.
He just popped in from one side at one point and I just couldn't stop laughing at that point. And it was very, very scary. And then they had the New York girl.
Yes. I think a few of them would just seem to... Everyone in it seemed to suddenly slip into New York accent.
Yeah, she was fucking weird. She was like, I don't know what the fuck.
It was weird. But just as background, so who's the evil queen again? Beryl.
Beryl.
So Beryl needs energy.
Yeah.
So she sent down her advisor.
Morgana or something. Morgana.
To drain energy. And what the girls like, Mark?
Jewelry.
They
girls
fucking love
jewelry. So the New York ginger friend, she goes, hey, come with me to my mum's jewelry store.
Everything's free.
Yeah, everything's free. And the mum's like, doesn't talk like that at all. Don't know where she's been raised. But yeah, the mum's like,
they don't hide the fact they live in Japan either. It's not as if it's so American voices.
Yeah, it's like super. I don't know why she sounds like that. Anyway, so the mum basically, she's Morgana.
Yes.
Don't know where the mum is.
She's
really.
Dead.
The mum is dead.
And this never gets resolved.
Yeah.
Either. They never go, oh, that was crazy. Like, my mum suddenly turned up with a headache.
Yeah.
No, she's dead.
Yeah.
She turned into sand.
The girl afterwards was like, well, I guess my mom was just an evil spirit. After all this shit kicks off and all the people are desperate for the sales of the jewels,
and they get pushed out. They
get pushed out and they have to go and she has to go and tell her mum that she fucked up on this test.
Oh, fucking algebra test, yeah. It's obviously day-to-day school life mixed in with...
with the Sailor Moon and the fighting of the Morgana or whatever fucking thing is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Lulu the cat... breaks into the house and basically tells her all about the shit. She has to prove it in quite a few ways. She has to prove that she's not dreaming.
Yeah.
And the normal way of proving when she's not dreaming is like, I'll pinch you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She just proves it by doing more fantastical dreamlike shit.
Yes, she does.
So it's like, prove that I'm not dreaming. Well, here's a magical outfit.
And it's like,
well, that's the
she's
same
like,
thing.
what is this? Like doing all the fucking first time.
It's like much like Cardcaptors. They have these choreographed dances that they have to do.
We're going to animate it once, and we're going to do it for every episode. Yeah. So later on, when she has to use a tiara to kill the diamond energy vampire woman / her friend's mum, she just the cat's like, use your tiara, and she's like, what is this? And it cuts to this perfect and it like does all the Sailor Moon shit. It's like that animation is going to be in every fucking episode. I actually really enjoyed Sailor Moon.
You enjoyed Sailor Moon.
Because it was just stupidly over the top, and like when her mum finds out she's fucked up on the test, she's like, get the fuck out of the house and like go to the library. Like everyone was just very over the top, like mad.
I agree. Nothing really happened in Cardcaptors.
It was very similar thing. It was basically just setting up the premise and having that monster of the week. So you got the bird, and then this one you had the vampire woman. who could control all the women. Like she was just beating up random middle-aged women with diamonds on them.
Yeah, I kind of don't really know what Sailor Moon's power is either.
Cinnamon.
Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon's power is...
She threw a tiara at a woman and she turned to dust.
Is that it?
I don't know.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, is that all she can do? I know she's got friends, but we don't know what her friends are. We don't
blonde
know.
Venus, blonde Venus,
Venus, orange,
Mercury, red.
Yeah,
but they weren't in it yet.
But are they going to be? Is the New Yorker going to be like Mars or something?
Maybe one of them.
She looked like she could be Mars. Oh no, she had green on her. What was the green one?
Oh shit, the green was Jupiter.
Jupiter.
The girl kept going like, "Hey, have you heard of this video game, Sailor V?"
Oh yeah, that was.
And I was like, "Wait, is this an advert for the video?"
Yeah.
But then she sees the video game poster, but it looks like her. It's like, has these moon memories gone all into Earth and like affected the culture to like?
That's probably it.
And she also had loads of stuff in her room with like moons.
It's like Devilman. Crybaby.
Okay, so it's slow. It's just constantly.
Yeah, constantly going around.
In.
Yeah. Each time the cat just needs to find the fucking Sailor Moon person, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And Morgana gets the energy that she needs. Morgana, Beryl.
How can we forget Tuxedo Mask?
Oh yeah, Tuxedo Mask. This guy's interesting. Like, yeah, was that Tuxedo Mask?
Tuxedo Mask.
Oh my god, it's just in my mind is blown right now. I forgot about.
He was just hanging around outside the.
Hey, meatball head.
Yeah. Oh, he's kind of cute though.
Yeah,
he like walks away.
I like it when he calls me my meatball head and says those horrible things.
He like dun-dun-dun, and he throws a rose into the middle of the room.
Oh yeah.
He did nothing. He was just like believe in yourself. That was it. He didn't hit the woman.
Literally all he did. It was great though. I really liked him, but I also really liked the people who named him. Yes. You just went, I've drawn this character. What do you think about him? He could be in it.
Tuxedo.
You've got to give him a name.
He's got like a
tuxedo mask.
Yeah, I guess. That's just what he's wearing. Hold on, what should we call him now? Tuxedo mask.
That's it. That's it. Just push
shoes, socks, tuxedo mask.
Yeah. I think if I was forced to watch more, it would be Sailor Moon.
Yeah, 100% Sailor Moon.
And that is only because of the other people potentially in there, and the other people's. I don't know. I just want to. I can't stand too much of Sakura.
Sakura was too. It was too slow. Yeah. Like as soon as Sailor Moon started, it was just like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah,
bam,
it was.
Bam.
It was a lot. The beats were a lot quicker.
There's going to be monsters. It's basically Power Rangers. The same usual shit when it's Villain of the Week.
Also, Sailor Moon kind of got a bit scary. I was slightly.
So the animation was like.
Yeah, the animation was sort of a bit like clawy, and then but also when that woman twisted her head back, that was terrifying.
Mother.
Yeah.
Like,
but Mama. Yeah. No, Mom. Why are you turning into dust?
Literally the next day, everyone's like, God, I had a crazy dream last night with these weird diamond vampires.
It's like, my mom's still not come back from a jewelry store.
So in this episode of Versus,
the winner is
Sailor Moon. Right, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.